This is a reading from one of Catherine Ponder's prosperity books. Catherine Ponder is recognized as having been among the most prosperity success writers in the last half of the 20th century. Listen to this video as many times as you need to empower yourself with Catherine Ponder's powerful techniques on manifesting your best life. There are 3 basic ways in which you can create your prosperity mentally. First, 1. In writing. 2. In pictures. 3. In words. Today we'll discuss the first basic way. Why you must create your prosperity mentally first. Man is a spiritual and mental being, and sees life from the inside out, through his mind. As a loving Father, God is the source of your prosperity. This same Father has provided the substance of the universe, which I like to call gold dust, that you can shape and form as prosperity. This substance is passive and impersonal, and waits for you to form it personally as you will. You are master of the rich substance of the universe. You claim your mastery and take hold of this substance, shaping, molding, and forming it with your definite, deliberate thoughts, words, and actions. As you become definite about prosperity, it becomes definite about you. As you turn the great energy of your thinking upon ideas of plenty, you will have plenty, regardless of what people about you are saying or doing. It is through writing, picturing, and affirming prosperity that your thoughts, words, and actions begin working for you in happy, prosperous, productive ways. Begin right now to get definite about prosperity, by sitting down and making a list of the good you want to experience in your life. After you make your list, keep quiet about it, bless it, and release its perfect outcome into the Father. Emma Curtis Hopkins, a great truth teacher, once said, "Sit down at a certain time every day and write down on paper what your ideas of good are." You will find that such a practice will pin your mind down to the truth, and you will demonstrate results. Another eminent metaphysician, Dr. Emmett Fox, said that this is the way to alter your life. One thing to remember: if you just drift along without any decision or definite purpose, you become the helpless victim of circumstances. If your desires are not clear and definite, you become subject to the dominating personalities of people around you. The way to overcome difficulties is to set a goal in writing. Have you ever at some point in your life become subject to the dominant personality of someone who knew what he wanted, and found yourself getting it for him? I have. My son has usually known what he wanted, in detail. I once looked out the window and realized that the 2 sports cars I saw parked were both the result of Richard's definite desires, not mine. I had never had any preference as to cars, but like most men, Richard had. The result was, not only was he driving a sports car equipped for racing, but so was I. Furthermore, remember this. If you do not know what you want, and have no set purpose, your subconscious mind just produces a conglomeration of circumstances. This is why there is so much confusion in the lives of passive people. Concentrate on one thing long enough, and you are sure to get it. Always have a definite goal in mind, and write it down. Never let yourself drift, unless you want to end up with what you do not want. There is a specific reason why you should get definite about what you desire. The word desire in its root means of the Father. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, and it should be your good pleasure to receive it here and now. How can you test these desires to be sure they're of the Father? If the desires you have are only surface desires, they pass away. But if they are deep-seated desires, for greater good that remain with you through thick and thin, they are from the Father. They are divine desires. You should express them constructively, rather than suppress them destructively. Desire is God trying to give you greater good. Open your mind to receive it. Then get definite about the desire by writing it down, so that it can definitely manifest for you. Your definite written words dissolve all obstacles and barriers on the visible and invisible planes of life. Your written words go out into the ethers of this universe, to work through people, circumstances, and events, to open the way for your desired good to come to pass. An artist proved this. She had an oil painting that had not been sold, after having been on display for months. On October 11th, she finally remembered to write out on her list of things desired, that this painting would sell quickly, at the price she was asking. On October 13th, she received a long-distance call, informing her of an art show in a nearby city. The caller was requesting pictures from her, to display at the show. She immediately sent the oil painting that was on her list, and it sold as priced, the day the show opened. Don't get caught up in your present problems, that you do not think ahead, or plan ahead. Dare to do this simple thing. Make your list of what you really want, not what somebody else thinks you should have. The very act of list making clears your mind, and your life. Then keep your list private. It is in this way that you express constructively your desires which are from the Father.